Olá, ouvintes do Bilíngue Podcast. Sejam muito bem-vindos a mais um episódio onde vamos testar suas habilidades e aprender muito juntos. Eu sou a Sara e ao meu lado está o nosso querido John. John, pronto para mais uma aventura linguística?
Absolutely, Sarah. It's always a pleasure to be here. And to all our listeners, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and let us know in the comments which city you're listening from.
Exatamente! Queremos saber de onde vocês nos ouvem. E hoje, John, temos um tema super interessante e prático para o nosso pessoal que está no nível A2. Vamos aprender a descrever os itens da nossa casa em inglês. Vocabulário e frases fáceis para o dia a dia. Parece ótimo, não é?
It's a fantastic topic, Sarah. Describing your home is a very common and useful skill. It helps you talk about your daily life, your preferences, and even ask for directions or help. So, let's start with the basics. What's the first room we should explore?
Que tal começarmos pela sala de estar, John? É um lugar onde passamos bastante tempo e tem muitos objetos interessantes para descrever.
Excellent choice, Sarah. The living room is perfect. So, in the living room, we often have a sofa. Can you repeat that, Sarah? Sofa.
Sofa. Entendi. E o que mais temos na sala de estar?
We usually have armchairs, which are comfortable chairs for one person, and for entertainment, a television or TV. We also have a coffee table in front of the sofa, and maybe some lamps for light. Can you try to describe your living room, Sarah, using these words?
Minha sala de estar. Let's see. I have a big sofa and 2 armchairs. I also have a TV and a coffee table. And, yes, I have a beautiful lamp next to the sofa. Is that good, John?
That's excellent, Sarah. Very good. You used the vocabulary perfectly. Now, let's move to the kitchen. The kitchen is full of useful items. What do you think we find there?
A cozinha. Na cozinha temos o refrigerator, certo? Para guardar comida. E o stove, para cozinhar. E também a sink, para lavar a louça.
Perfect, Sarah. You got the main ones. We have the refrigerator to keep food cold, the stove to cook, and the sink to wash dishes. We also have cabinets for storage and a microwave to heat food quickly. And, of course, plates, cups, and cutlery, forks, knives, and spoons. Now, imagine you are telling a friend about your kitchen. What would you say?
Ok. Minha cozinha. My kitchen has a big refrigerator and a modern stove. I have many cabinets for my plates and cups. And I use the microwave every day. I also have a big sink to wash everything. How was that?
Fantastic, Sarah. You're doing great. Now, let's go to the bedroom. This is where we sleep and relax. What are the key items in a bedroom?
O quarto. No quarto temos a bed, claro, e o wardrobe para as roupas, e uma nightstand ao lado da cama.
Exactly. The bed is the most important. We also have a wardrobe or closet for clothes, and a nightstand next to the bed, often with a lamp on it. Some bedrooms have a desk and a chair for studying or working, and maybe a rug on the floor. Can you describe your bedroom, Sarah?
Meu quarto tem uma bed muito confortável. Eu tenho um wardrobe grande para todas as minhas roupas e uma nightstand com um lamp pequeno. Eu não tenho desk no meu quarto, mas tenho um rug bonito no chão. Gostou?
Very good, Sarah. You're making excellent progress. Now, let's talk about the bathroom. What do we find in the bathroom?
O banheiro. Temos o toilet, o sink. De novo, mas é diferente da cozinha, né? E o shower, ou bathtub.
That's right, Sarah. We have the toilet and a sink. Yes, it's a sink, but for washing your hands and face. And a shower or a bathtub for bathing. We also have a mirror and towels. Can you describe your bathroom?
Descrevendo. Meu banheiro tem um toilet, e sink com mirror grande. Eu prefiro shower, então não tenho bathtub. E tenho muitas towels coloridas.
Perfeito!
John, essa foi uma ótima introdução, mas sinto que podemos aprofundar um pouco mais. Que tal explorarmos outros cômodos da casa ou darmos mais exemplos de frases para cada item? Nossos ouvintes de nível A2 precisam de bastante repetição e contexto.
You're absolutely right, Sarah. Repetition and context are crucial for A2 learners. Let's expand on each room. We covered the main items, but there are many more. For instance, in the living room, besides the sofa and armchairs, we often have curtains on the windows, a rug on the floor, and perhaps some shelves with books or decorations. We might also have a fireplace for warmth, or a picture on the wall. Can you try to describe a living room with these new words?
Ok, minha sala de estar imaginária. It has beautiful blue curtains on the windows. There is a soft rug on the floor. I have many books on the shelves, and a nice picture on the wall. No fireplace for me. It's too hot here. Como foi?
Excellent, Sarah. You're doing wonderfully. Now, let's go back to the kitchen. We talked about the refrigerator, stove, and sink, but what about the smaller appliances? We often have a toaster for bread, a blender for smoothies, and a kettle for boiling water. And for eating, we use forks, knives, and spoons, which we call cutlery. We also have glasses for drinks and bowls for soup or cereal. Can you describe a busy kitchen using these words?
Uma cozinha ocupada. Minha cozinha tem toaster para o café da manhã e blender para fazer sucos. Eu uso o kettle para o meu chá e, claro, muitos forks, knives, spoons, glasses e bowls para todas as refeições. É uma cozinha completa.
Very good! And what about the dining room, Sarah? Some houses have a separate dining room. What would we find there?
Ah, a sala de jantar. Lá teríamos uma dining table e chairs, certo? Talvez chandelier no teto e sideboard para guardar pratos e talheres.
Precisely. A dining table and chairs are essential. A chandelier can add a touch of elegance, and a sideboard is very practical for storage. We might also have a vase with flowers on the table. Now, let's imagine you're hosting a dinner party. How would you describe your dining room to your guests?
Para jantar, my dining room has a big wooden dining table with 6 chairs. There is a beautiful chandelier above the table. On the sideboard, I have some special plates and glasses, and a lovely vase with fresh flowers in the middle of the table. Venham jantar.
That sounds like a wonderful dinner party, Sarah. Now, back to the bedroom. Besides the bed, wardrobe, and nightstand, what else makes a bedroom comfortable? We might have a dresser with drawers for clothes, a mirror to check our appearance, and perhaps some pillows and a blanket on the bed. For light, we can have a bedside lamp or a ceiling light. Can you describe a cozy bedroom?
Quarto aconchegante. My bedroom has a very soft bed with many pillows and a warm blanket. I have a dresser with 3 drawers for my t-shirts. There is a big mirror on the wall and a small bedside lamp for reading at night. É perfeito para relaxar.
Excellent, Sarah. You're painting a clear picture. And in the bathroom, beyond the toilet, sink, and shower, what other items are common? We usually have soap, shampoo, and conditioner, a toothbrush and toothpaste, and perhaps a bath mat on the floor to prevent slipping. Some bathrooms also have a cabinet for medicines or toiletries. Can you describe a functional bathroom?
Banheiro funcional. My bathroom has a toilet, a sink, and a shower. I have soap and shampoo for washing. My toothbrush and toothpaste are on the sink. There is a soft bath mat on the floor and a small cabinet for my things. Tudo que preciso.
Very good, Sarah. You've mastered the vocabulary for the main rooms. Now, let's think about other areas of the house. What about the hallway or entrance hall? What do we typically find there?
O corredor ou hall de entrada? Talvez um coat rack para casacos e bolsas? E um shoe rack para sapatos? E um mirror para dar uma última olhada antes de sair.
Aprovando. Exactly. A coat rack and a shoe rack are very practical. A mirror is also common. We might also have a small table for keys or mail, and perhaps some pictures or artwork on the walls to make it welcoming. Can you describe a welcoming entrance hall?
Hall de entrada acolhedor. My entrance hall has a wooden coat rack for my guests' jackets. There is a small shoe rack for our shoes. A beautiful mirror is on the wall, and a small table with a vase of flowers. It feels very welcoming.
Fantastic, Sarah! Now, let's consider the garden or yard, if someone has one. What items would we find outside the house?
O jardim. No jardim teríamos flowers, trees e grass, claro. Talvez garden bench para sentar e relaxar e barbecue para festas.
Wonderful! Flowers, trees, and grass are essential. A garden bench is perfect for relaxing, and a barbecue is great for entertaining. We might also have a fence around the garden and a hose for watering the plants. Can you describe a beautiful garden?
Jardim lindo. My garden has many colorful flowers and tall green trees. The grass is always green. There is a comfortable garden bench under a tree and a big barbecue for summer parties. I love my garden.
That sounds like a dream garden, Sarah. You've done an amazing job with all this vocabulary. Now, let's try another story, a bit longer this time, where we combine all these elements. Imagine you're giving a tour of your new house to a friend. I'll start, and you can take over for a few rooms.
Uma tour pela casa. Adorei. Pode começar, John. Tô pronta para continuar.
Welcome to my new house. Come on in. This is the entrance hall. As you can see, there's a coat rack for your jacket and a shoe rack here, and a nice mirror to check yourself before you go out. Let's move to the living room. My living room is quite spacious. It has a large, comfortable sofa and 2 armchairs. There's a big TV on the wall and a modern coffee table in front of the sofa. We also have some beautiful curtains and a soft rug. What about the dining room, Sarah?
A sala de jantar. My dining room is next to the living room. It has a beautiful wooden dining table with 6 chairs. Above the table, there is a lovely chandelier. On the sideboard, I keep my special plates and glasses. And in the middle of the table, there's a vase with fresh flowers. It's perfect for dinner parties. Agora a cozinha, John.
The kitchen is my favorite room. It's very modern and functional. I have a big refrigerator and a new stove. There are many cabinets for storage and a large sink. I also have a microwave, a toaster, a blender, and a kettle. All the cutlery, plates, cups, glasses, and bowls are in the cabinets. It's a great place to cook. And the bedroom, Sarah?
Continuando a tour. O quarto. My bedroom is very cozy. It has a big, comfortable bed with many soft pillows and a warm blanket. I have a large wardrobe for all my clothes and a dresser with 3 drawers. There's a big mirror on the wall and a small bedside lamp on my nightstand. It's my peaceful sanctuary. E o banheiro, John?
The bathroom is small, but very practical. It has a toilet, a sink with a big mirror, and a shower. I keep my soap, shampoo, and conditioner in a small cabinet. My toothbrush and toothpaste are on the sink. And there's a soft bath mat on the floor. Finally, let's step outside into the garden, Sarah.
O jardim. My garden is beautiful. It has many colorful flowers and tall green trees. The grass is always perfectly cut. There's a comfortable garden bench where I like to read, and a big barbecue for summer gatherings with friends. It's my little piece of paradise. Essa tour foi muito divertida e útil para praticar. Exatamente. Não tenham medo de errar. E para ajudar ainda mais, John, você poderia nos dar algumas frases úteis para descrever a localização dos objetos? Por exemplo, como eu diria que o livro está em cima da mesa ou a bola está debaixo da cadeira?
Excellent question, Sarah. Prepositions of place are fundamental when describing locations. Let's go through some common ones. We use on for something that is directly touching a surface, like the book is on the table. Can you repeat that?
The book is on the table. Entendi. E se estiver dentro de algo?
For something inside, we use in. For example, the food is in the refrigerator. Your turn, Sarah.
The milk is in the refrigerator. The shoes are in the shoe rack. Perfeito.
Very good. Now, for something below another object, we use under. Like, the cat is sleeping under the bed. Or the rug is under the coffee table. Can you give an example?
The ball is under the chair. The dog is under the table. Fácil.
Exactly. Next, we have next to or beside for something that is at the side of another object. The lamp is next to the sofa, or the nightstand is beside the bed. Your turn, Sarah.
The plant is next to the window. My phone is beside my laptop. Ótimo.
Excellent! We also use behind for something at the back of an object. The picture is behind the sofa, and in front of for something at the forward part. The coffee table is in front of the sofa. Can you try these?
The TV is in front of the sofa. The curtain is behind the window. Estou pegando o jeito.
You certainly are, Sarah. And finally, between, for something in the middle of two other objects. The armchair is between the sofa and the lamp. And above for something higher than another object, but not necessarily touching it. The chandelier is above the dining table. Can you give examples for these?
The door is between two walls. The light is above my head. Muito bom, John. Essas preposições são super úteis.
They truly are, Sarah. And now let's combine these prepositions with our vocabulary. I'll describe a scenario and you tell me where the items are. Ready?
Prontíssima.
Imagine you walk into the living room. There's a big sofa. On the sofa, there are two pillows. Next to the sofa, there's a small table with a lamp on it. In front of the sofa, there's a coffee table with some magazines on it. Under the coffee table, there's a rug. And above the sofa, there's a picture on the wall. Now, Sarah, where are the magazines?
The magazines are on the coffee table.
And where is the rug?
The rug is under the coffee table.
Excellent! One more. Where is the lamp?
The lamp is on the small table, which is next to the sofa. Acertei?
Absolutely perfect, Sarah. You've got it. This kind of practice is invaluable for our listeners. Pause the podcast now, listeners, and try to describe your own living room using these prepositions and vocabulary. You can even try to describe a friend's living room or a room from a picture.
Que desafio incrível! Tenho certeza que nossos ouvintes vão adorar. John, sinto que estamos cobrindo muito bem o tema, mas para garantir que chegamos perto das 4.000 palavras, que tal criarmos uma pequena história ou um diálogo mais longo onde usamos tudo o que aprendemos hoje? Uma simulação de alguém visitando uma casa pela primeira vez e descrevendo o que vê.
That's a brilliant idea, Sarah. A longer dialogue will provide more context and natural usage of the vocabulary and prepositions. Let's create a scenario where a friend, let's call her Emily, is visiting John's new house for the first time. I'll be John, and you can be Emily. How does that sound?
Adorei. Serei a Emily. Pode começar, John.
Welcome, Emily. Come on in. Make yourself at home. This is my new house.
Wow, John, your house is lovely. I love the entrance hall. There's a beautiful mirror on the wall and a small table next to the door. Is that a coat rack?
Yes, it is. You can hang your jacket there. And this way is the living room.
Oh, this living room is so cozy. I love your big, comfortable sofa. And those two armchairs look very inviting. Is that a new TV in front of the sofa?
It is. I just bought it. And yes, the sofa is very comfortable. I spend a lot of time here. The coffee table has some books and magazines on it, and the rug under the coffee table is very soft.
I see. And you have beautiful curtains on the windows and a lovely picture above the sofa. It feels very welcoming. What about the kitchen?
Follow me. This is the kitchen. It's not huge, but it's very functional. I have a new refrigerator and a modern stove. All my plates, cups, and cutlery are in the cabinets above the counter. And the sink is next to the window.
I see. And you have a microwave and a toaster. Very practical. Do you have a dining room?
Yes, it's right here. It's a simple dining room. Just a dining table with 4 chairs. I don't have a chandelier, but there's a nice ceiling light above the table and a small sideboard next to the wall.
It's perfect for dinner with friends. Now, I'm curious about your bedroom. Can I see it?
Of course. This is my bedroom. It's quite simple. A comfortable bed with a soft blanket and 2 pillows. My wardrobe is next to the door, and my dresser with drawers is opposite the bed. I have a small nightstand beside the bed with a bedside lamp on it.
It looks very peaceful. And the bathroom?
The bathroom is small. It has a toilet, a sink with a mirror above it, and a shower. My towels are on a rack next to the shower, and I have some soap and shampoo in a small cabinet.
It has everything you need. And do you have a garden?
I do. Come outside. It's not a big garden, but it's lovely. I have some flowers and a small tree. The grass is always green. And I have a small garden bench under the tree where I like to read. I also have a barbecue for summer parties.
It's beautiful, John. You've made this house a home. This tour was fantastic. I learned so many new words and phrases.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Emily. And I hope our listeners also found this tour helpful. Remember, practice makes perfect. Try to describe your own home, or even a room you see in a picture, using all the vocabulary and prepositions we learned today.
Que ideia fantástica, John! Desenhar mapa e rotular tudo em inglês. Nossos ouvintes vão adorar essa atividade. E, para tornar isso ainda mais interativo, que tal um desafio? Pausem o podcast agora e tentem descrever cômodo da casa de vocês em inglês nos comentários. Queremos ver a criatividade de vocês.
That's a brilliant idea, Sarah. I'm looking forward to reading those descriptions. And remember, if you make a mistake, that's perfectly fine. It's part of the learning process. The important thing is to try and to keep practicing.
Exatamente! E para você que nos acompanhou até aqui, não se esqueça de se inscrever no canal para não perder os próximos episódios. E mais, queremos muito ouvir a sua voz. Deixe nos comentários sugestões para novos temas de podcast que você gostaria de ver por aqui. Sua opinião é super importante. Ah, e não se esqueça de fazer parte da nossa comunidade e responder ao quiz na aba Comunidade do canal. Sua opinião é super importante. Ah, e não se esqueça de fazer parte da nossa comunidade e responder ao quiz na aba Comunidade do canal. Até a próxima! E assim chegamos ao fim de mais um episódio incrível do Bilíngue Podcast. John, muito obrigada pelas dicas valiosas de hoje.
It was a pleasure, Sarah. Remember, consistency is key. Keep practicing, keep listening, and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Exatamente! E para você que nos acompanhou até aqui, não se esqueça de se inscrever no canal para não perder os próximos episódios. E mais, queremos muito ouvir a sua voz. Deixe nos comentários sugestões para novos temas de podcast que você gostaria de ver por aqui. Sua opinião é super importante. Ah, e não se esqueça de fazer parte da nossa comunidade e responder ao quiz na aba Comunidade do canal. Até a próxima!